Good morning. I wanted to get on here and tell you guys about a little bit about what I think about online dating and how versus in-person dating. The pros and cons. First of all, online dating I have done, and I had just talked to my friend about this recently, and I talked to my homeboy, and I was sitting here telling him, I was telling him, Phil, I was like, man, I'm going to do a YouTube video based upon what my thoughts are about Tinder, and all these other online dating platforms out there. First of all, for those of you who do not know what Tinder is an online dating website app that you can go on and you can swipe right, swipe left, swipe however you want to, and then you end up meeting in person sometimes. Sometimes you get on the phone with these people, these guys or girls, whoever if you're a girl, whoever you decide to meet up with. So anyways, so back to what I was saying, as far as to the online dating world, many people nowadays have gotten onto these dating websites. Now, I want to tell you in my honest opinion about what I think about Tinder and what I think about all these other dating websites out there, because I have used a lot of online dating platforms in the past, and then now I'm not really on there as much as I was before. So anyways, Tinder is a dating website that you go on to, and you choose, whoever is, you have a whole list of people that you can go on and meet on and stuff. But anyways, the whole idea is you read these people's profiles and then you talk to them and see if you guys, for me personally, I like to see who I can relate to. So a lot of these guys on here on Tinder, in my opinion, I've seen a lot of military men who I have dated on Tinder, and I've dated also guys who were on there, just like regular guys who would be on there. But anyways, this dating world has changed a lot since years ago, before the internet was ever invented. And my whole thing is this: in-person dating, you're able to, really get the whole benefit of knowing who the person is. Online dating, however, makes it that much more challenging. This is why I think I stray away from this, because I'm more of a in-person kind of person. And so, I'm a people's person. So when I decided to get on these websites and I see all these guys who, claim that, hey, I want to date somebody, but then they're sitting here saying, well, I don't want no drama in my life. I don't, I'm divorced, I got a kid, or, I got this and that and the other. And I think to myself, and I'm looking above, every woman out there who's trying to go out there and find a partner, I don't think a lot of women want to deal with the extra part of a man. And I'm going to go ahead and sit here and say that if you are dealing with any kind of, divorce, any kind of children, any kind of extra, when I say extra, I mean you got something going on in your life, and there's something that is hindering you from really being who you are. Because the whole idea is, when you go out there and date, you are looking and finding people in your life to bring you good energy. And then these people in this world, this is why the online dating world does not work out all the time. It's because, I'm not saying sometimes, there are a few rare cases that online dating has worked, but for myself, online dating has not worked. And I tell you why I feel like online dating does not work. Online dating doesn't work all the time because there are so many different people that you can talk to. And then these people are on there doing, you don't know what kind of real lifestyle they're living, and you don't know what, if they're really true to themselves in their profile. And so, like, even when I was dating, like, for example, I was going out on a date with this guy, and his name was, I'm just going to say his name was Bob, or whoever it is. And, you know, me and him went on a date. I spent a couple of, you know, weeks or a month. I got a chance to know who he was. And eventually, after that, you know, I didn't hear from him anymore. And so this is what happens with online dating. Versus if you are meeting in person, you get the chance to know who they are, what they're all about, what kind of things that they bring to the table, and if they're really going to give you that significant feeling of you know, positivity, you know, happiness, joy in your life. Because when you are dating each other and it's a casual date, you're getting a chance to know who this person is. So the pro is that, you know, with online dating, you can meet a lot of different people. But the con is that you really, until you get to about, for me, 6 months to a year, I don't really believe you can really truly know somebody until you really, you know, get a chance to really know who they are in real life. So that's the reason why this whole indirect conversation is not good for me. I know for certain people it may be, but for me it's not. So that's why I wanted to make this video, is because I want people to understand, like, hey, we are living in a world full of technology nowadays. You know, you can go buy a car online, you can go ahead and get your job online, you know, you can get all these things online. But the whole idea is a relationship is based on two different people. And when those two different people don't come together and you know, have a good bond or whatever it is, that whole relationship can break in easily. So I want to say this, and I want to tell you guys, if you are really looking for a person who is going to be able to uplift you, a person who's going to be able to bring you joy in your life, you know, I'd say, for me personally, I'd rather stick to really getting a chance to know people, you know, and it's nothing wrong with getting a chance to know people, you know, by emailing or whatever it is that you do, but, you know, really, honestly, you got to be able to bring more to the table than just, you know, conversating where, you know, whenever you feel like it, or texting as they call it. And so just remember that, keep that in mind, and for all those people who've been through this, I want you guys to comment down below. Feel free to subscribe to me, and I will see you in the next video, you guys. I hope you guys have a great one. Happy Thanksgiving.